Yeah, hello. Yesterday I had a very long call with one of my ex-students who wants to quit his 9 to 5 job in an MNC and get into freelancing as a consultant slash trainer. He was asking my advice because I did the same thing 10 years back, and my resignation letter read like this. Because the entrepreneur bug beat me, so I must leave. So that was my resignation letter. But then 10 years back, I started with the PMP training, and there was one client in the Middle East who assured me continuous business. So that partnership went on for a while. So there was a regular cash flow coming in. So that is the first thing. Because one fine day, if there is no income, then your cash reserves will start depleting, and then you may start panicking. The first criteria to become a consultant or a freelancer is you should have something valuable to deliver to somebody which adds value to him or her, and for that person is willing to pay. When I started with PMP, it was a kind of a premium training where the number of trainers were very less. Now everybody is a trainer. People become a PMP, want to become a PMP, and the next day they are trainers. And the community also, majority wants training just to pass the PMP only. So PMP as a trainer, I don't think that is the right time to get in if you want to become a PMP trainer, because the market is flooded with PMP trainers. Then I did my portfolio. I think I got it right, because when 80% of my revenue was coming from PMP training, it was good. The income was more than the expenses. Money was coming in, but then I was scared because almost the income, 80% of my income was coming from PMP. So what do? If the income from PMP training depletes? So that is a time when I thought of Agile and stuff like that. So I had introduction to Agile 10 years back, but then I became a CSM, Certified Scrum Master, then Certified Scrum Practitioner, and for some time, okay, I did not get the returns, or I did not try for that. But then slowly the money started coming in from the corporate trainings for Agile. So PMP and Agile started feeding me. But then again, Agile trainer, now there are n number of Agile trainers. Again, it is a overcrowded market. I'm able to survive because of my consulting, and luckily this is the time when Agile is peaking in India, because till now people wanted Agile for just to say that okay, we are also following Agile. Now the market or the industry have started looking at Agile as a way to improve their productivity, so they are getting pretty serious about it, and that is where my experience is helping me. And it was all coincidence, because I was lucky enough to start 10 years back. Scrum is 20 years old, and I was lucky enough to start 10 years back, and I was hanging around, then accumulated experience, and now okay, I'm able to leverage that experience. But for a person who wants to get into the Agile spectrum as a trainer now, without much experience, or even with experience, the market is crowded, because you should not go by the current status. You should go by what will happen maybe 2 years down the lane, or 3 years down the lane, or 5 years down the line, because you are getting into a new stream of business. So everything looks nice, yeah, because you print your own visiting card. You don't have a boss. You have a freedom, and you book your own flight tickets. You decide your own schedules. You travel. You see places. You meet people. It is nice. But sometimes it is, if you do really good, it is hectic, because I've done 11 days continuous training. You need tons of energy, and all you can do at the end of the day is somehow reach the room and lie down and sleep. So it is that hectic, and then most of the time you're away from home. So when you see it from outside, okay, it is pretty nice, but then a lot of effort and sacrifices, or you pay a lot of price for the money you make. Now, okay, this is so I don't want to discourage, because so far I was talking only about the challenges. Maybe the opportunity is, okay, now India, so far it was the outsourcing hub. Now, because of these applications, cloud and stuff like that, the atmosphere is robust for product development, and a lot of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs are getting into product development, and who need guidance. One is for marketing, the other one is for fine-tuning the engineering practices. Okay, now people start with Agile, people start with Scrum, and that is fine, but then after some time these management practices will stop yielding the benefits. Then we need the engineering practices to come in. So we need those technical people who can help the startups with test automation, configuration management, daily integration of code refactoring. So that is the next step into the Agile world. So there will be, and definitely there will be, need for technical consultants who can really support this agility with the engineering practices. I think that is a future. So if you mold, if you are young enough to pick up all these things, or if you have experience in all these things, and if you can mold yourself into these lines, then there is tremendous demand. Corporate training, corporate consulting is better, because sometimes you get into assignments as a freelancer which will fill your schedules for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months kind of thing. So you need not really run around to get n number of customers. If you are a trainer, within 2 days, okay, your training assignment is over, or maximum 3 days. But training / consultant is a good combination. So you can be a trainer and a consultant, and you look for clients who can give you repeat order, and that you will get, provided the value which you are adding is more than the money which they are spending. So to summarize, from the outside world, if you really look at a consultant's or a trainer's life, it is pretty nice, because he can travel, see places, meet people. He's his own boss, no performance appraisals by a single individual. Always the market does your performance appraisal every day. That's one. So it is nice, it looks nice, but then you have to travel a lot. You have to stay in hotels, eat from hotels. You have to be away from family. Then sometimes you get into very bureaucratic situations where you have to get into the approved vendor list, fill form after forms. Then, okay, at the end of the training, if there are 15 participants or 20 participants in the room, anybody can give you feedback. And especially in India, the feedback, when you say feedback, the assumption is that it must be negative. So you may get feedback even from people who have not conducted even one training program in their whole life, but its feedback is a feedback, and it is coming from the customer. So you have to take it, you have to analyze it, and then maybe you may have to incorporate the corrective actions if there is substance in the feedback. It's painful. Sometimes there can be lull periods where no order, there won't be a single order coming in for even. I've had a bad patch of 2 months, nothing came in. Then when things start coming in, everything comes together, so it becomes very hectic. Sometimes you have to stand along at every gate at the security to get clearance to get in. But if you're an engineer from IBM, or if you're an engineer from my previous job where I was working for a well-known MNC, you're welcomed everywhere. But one fine day you go there without this MNC label, then okay, you face the harsh realities where you have to stand along with the other daily wages at the security gate, fill up the register, get the badge, wear it. Oh, sometimes it hits you, it hurts you, but still, yeah, if you want to get into these techno parks, you have to do it because that is part of the procedure. Of course, you have freedom. If you're doing well, you get repeat business, and if you're not doing well, nobody will give you business after some time. So, and don't become that general PMP trainer or the Scrum trainer alone. The opportunity is for that techno trainer who can help teams to build their products, help them market their products, and build their products focusing on the engineering practices of continuous integration, code refactoring, better design, better requirements gathering, daily integration, 360-degree appraisal. This is the niche market where the Indian industry is moving towards, and this kind of service is required, and there are not many people who can provide this. That is the opportunity. Again, while transitioning from a full-time employee to a full-time freelancer, maybe experiment a little bit. Okay, so don't be in a hurry to quit your job and then get into something. Parallelly, you can try. Maybe you can do free training. You can get into non-profit organizations. Maybe I can provide you opportunities. If you're willing to work on a non-profit basis, so that you don't have conflict of interest with your present job, try it out. Then, if things are working fine, and when the income reaches a threshold which can sustain you, then that is a time when you become a full-time trainer / consultant. Otherwise, it can be very, very difficult. I've seen people suffering. I've seen even myself have undergone. Sometimes maybe I will undergo tomorrow onwards. So patches of very lean period where the income is almost zero. So I'm not discouraging you. At the same time, don't jump into these things without doing your homework. First thing is your product / service. It should have something to really deliver, and people should be able to get value out of it. And you have to differentiate yourself from the rest of the training / consulting community. Then you are always in demand. That is the challenge. Once you have it, then everything falls into place. Thank you for this chat. This is an evening chat for me. It's a repeat of what I spoke to my friend over the phone yesterday. So I thought others also may benefit from this discussion. Thank you very much.